Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Time again for another knife of the day. We do these Monday through Friday. On Monday, I received 3 new Spydercos, the Chinook 4, the Military 4, and the Spyderco Opus. And I recorded 3 videos. I posted them all at the same time. Sometimes when you do that, you guys are used to 1 video a day. You might have seen the Opus, which was the last one uploaded. Go check out all the videos. They're brand new. I don't know, maybe people are doing reviews now, but when I posted them earlier, they were the first ones on YouTube. So go check them out. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, that little bell. Once you subscribe, there's a bell. Press on it because I plan on getting a lot of Spydercos super early to review. So if you like Spyderco knives, hit that notification. But we're back. It's time for another knife of the day. That's when I go through my collection one knife at a time, one day at a time. We're still working on the Spydercos. We're well past the 165 knife mark and still moving on. There's a bunch of them in the collection. It's actually scary. When you look at your addiction face on with your eyes open like I am with this collection, it gets scary. Way too many knives. Anyway, we'll move on to the other collection after we get through the Spydercos. I figure it'll take about a year to get through the collection. Today, the knife of the day may look kind of familiar to you, but it's in a small size. It is Butch Vallotton's LiL Sub-Hilt. The Vallotton came out years ago. For a long time, when I first started collecting about 3 years ago, this remained in my top 10 until I started getting a lot of knives. This Vallotton is just a beauty. Thick. It feels great in the hands. Look at that blade. You could just work it all day, all night. I have a review on it on the playlist, the Knife of the Day playlist, so go check it out. The big thing, though, is this hunk of knife is tough to put in your pocket. Well, Spyderco released, I'm doing this in 2017. In 2017, the beginning, the LiL Sub-Hilt. It's the Butch Vallotton knife shrunk down. It really is. And there's a couple of design tweaks, like on this sub-hilt, the bolster with the G10 in the middle. You see it rounded off a little. It's rounded off at the bottom. But the big thing is that it's small, and man, is it pocketable. You still get, I mean, it's a smaller Vallotton. It's the exact same knife. Oh, it's so well built, just like the original, but in a really smaller size. So let's talk about the Vallotton. The reason they call, well, the LiL Sub-Hilt. The reason they call it a sub-hilt is because of this bolster. It's a stainless steel bolster, 2 stainless steel bolsters with smooth G10 slid in between. You see that? And that's called a sub-hilt. This smooth G10, I say it every time, Spyderco knows how to do smooth G10. It feels so great. It feels like another material. It's polished, smooth G10. It feels great. It doesn't give you any kind of texture, I mean, any kind of grip, but it's just beautiful, and it feels nice in the hand. They have a back spacer. Everything I say about this is in the original Vallotton. Go check it out. It's just double-sized. It has a G10 back spacer that goes around the bottom as well. Full stainless steel liners. They are skeletonized with full liners. And it has this liner lock, a big liner lock. It's very secure. The thing about the liner lock, they did the same thing on the LiL Sub-Hilt as they did on the Veladin. And a lot of people had problems with it. I never did. In fact, I liked it. On the original Veladin, you see how you can see the lock right there? And you can still see it? Sometimes what Spyderco will do with a liner lock is when you look at the profile, the liner lock is flush with the hole or that they carved out, and you kind of dig in there. With the Veladin, and I haven't seen the custom, this is after his custom knives, it pokes out. You see that? The great thing is you don't feel it when you have it in your hand. There's no hot spot. But for me, especially with my fat thumbs, one reason the liner lock isn't my favorite is sometimes trying to get to it is a little harder than it should be. Here, easy to get to with that big chunk of steel. Of course, the Spidey hole really gives a hump to this blade shape, but I love it with the jimping right there. You know, I'm just used to it because I like Spydercos. It helps me with the grip. Just a real nice piece. I do have one issue. I've had it with the original Veladin. I think you make this beautiful knife with this beautiful stainless steel bolster, and then you put holes through it so that you can have a 4-way clip. Right, left, up, and down clip. And, again, I get it. I think this was when Spyderco probably got research. Hey, let's give it as much flexibility. After the Veladin, though, you see a lot of these beautiful knives with bolsters. Spyderco will basically say, yes, it's right, left, tip up only to protect that bolster. Because I'll tell you, it just makes it ugly. Here's a beautiful knife, and then you have that bolster. Same clip as the bigger one, that hourglass clip. It's interesting, and I think because of the weight. Now, this isn't a huge weight. It's 3.2 ounces. I'm sorry. I know. It's, but it is 3.2 ounces. It's not that heavy, but they kept the same size clip. Sometimes when they do the smaller versions, well, yeah, same size. Sometimes when they do that smaller version, they shrink the clip. They didn't this time. It has that very secure 3-hole, 3-screw clip. But it's nice. It holds it secure. I think he could have done a little bit better with the clip. The steel remains the same. S30V steel, hollow ground. Spyderco doesn't do a lot of hollow grounds, but they did here. And it has that tanto tip on it. Because the blade is a lot smaller than the original, you see that tip on the original, you really just get the tippy tip on the Sub-Hilt. S30V, 3.2 inches, which is just great. 3.2 inches. That's 2.8 inches of edge. What a wonderful knife. It feels just really, really beautiful in the hand. That, my friends, is a Spyderco LiL Sub-Hilt by Butch Veladin. Just a wonderful knife. Takes after the original Veladin that I love, but boy, it didn't spend a lot of time in my pocket. Used it a lot at home, but it's heavy knife. So it's great to have a lighter version of it. Compare it with the Para 3. and the Delica. And I'm partial to smaller knives. It is a smaller knife, very manageable, wonderful EDC knife. Perfect EDC knife for you. There you have it. That's the knife of the day, the Spyderco LiL Sub-Hilt. Go check out the brand new Spydercos that I just posted. The Opus, the brand new Police 4, and a brand new Chinook 4, which is a real interesting knife I really like. If you like these daily looks at knives in the collection, don't forget to give me a thumb up, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. I'm going to be getting a lot of knives in early, and I don't want you to miss out on them. You guys have a perfect day. Take good care of yourselves. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.